National Aviation Day. National Aviation Day on August 19th recognizes the pioneers of human flight. For centuries, humans have been fascinated by flight. In ancient China, kites flew to investigate the weather. Inventors such as Leonardo da Vinci developed many ideas about flight too. Gliders and balloons lifted humans into the sky, but none of the inventions gave a person control of where they flew. The physics of flight and propulsion play key roles in who became pioneers. George Cayley used aerodynamics while designing fixed-wing aircraft. His designs would later inspire Orville and Wilbur Wright. Since propulsion is one of the primary requirements to lift human into the sky for flight, it would make sense that an engine could provide that power. Samuel Langley, an astronomer from Boston, designed a steam-powered model called an aerodome in 1891. It flew three-fourths of a mile. In 1878, when Wilbur was 11 and Orville 7, their father gave them a helicopter-like toy to share. It was made of paper, bamboo, and cork with a rubber band to twirl the motor. The brothers later said this toy was the beginning of an obsession with flying machines. In 1892, the brothers opened up a bicycle repair shop. They designed their own bicycle with custom features like an oil-retaining wheel hub and coaster brakes, things still used today in modern bikes. Their bicycle business financed their work in inventing the world's first controlled flight of a power-driven, manned, heavier-than-air plane. In a bicycle shop in Dayton, Ohio, two inventors eagerly began testing their ideas about flight. Brothers Orville and Wilbur Wright had studied the 1894 Progress in Flight machines. The brothers set to work testing their designs, first with gliders. Eventually, they sought to add an engine. Two American inventors and aviation pioneers, the Wright brothers are credited with inventing and building the world's first successful airplane and making the first controlled, powered, and sustained heavier-than-air human flight on December 17, 1903. In 1902, Charles Edward Taylor joined their team in pursuit of powered flight. Since automobile companies couldn't supply an engine light enough and powerful enough, they built it. Taylor, a machinist, set to work building the 12-horsepower engine. It took Taylor 6 weeks to build it. After completing the design in September of 1903, the Wright brothers returned to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Just months before, they had successfully tested their glider. However, setbacks and weather postponed the powered flight. It wasn't until mid-December that the brothers finally felt all was in order. After flipping a coin to decide who would pilot the machine, Wilbur climbed aboard. The first attempt failed, flying only 3.5 seconds. However, the brothers learned what worked. The next attempt on December 17, 1903, Orville took the controls. After launching, the machine flew for 120 feet. Man flew. Since that day, aviation exploded into the skies. Its applications became immediately apparent to the military. The Wrights consulted with the Army for several years after their success. The Wright brothers established the world's first test flight facilities in Dayton, Ohio. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton and the Dayton Aviation Heritage National Historical Park are just a few of the Wright brothers' continuing legacies in Dayton today. In July of 1969, Ohio astronaut Neil Armstrong carried to the moon remnants of fabric and the propeller of the Wright Flyer, the craft flown by Armstrong's fellow Ohioans, Wilbur and Orville Wright. The Wright brothers never attended college or even obtained a high school diploma. Neither brother ever married. The Wright brothers' invention eventually led to space flight in the International Space Station within 70 years. We produce 5 videos per week, so please click on the like button and subscribe to see future videos.